Buongiorno! This is Wayne Dentiste, trying to get ready for a little lunch dinner. Hope that you can understand what I have to do, and let's see what happens as I start. To put a little milk around everything with some salt, some pepper, some Italian things on top of that to make it have some nice taste to it. I'm hoping that things will be organized. Let's see how Wayne Dentiste can handle.
Alright, go.
Okay, here we are starting for the eggs. And a little bit of milk and a little bit of half and half. So here we are. That is all the milk that we have. It's a new one. Okay, that's a little bit of work. And the eggs, which we need. These are jumbos, which is kind of good for us. To start with that. Now, a little tough sometimes, but this is too big. And that one had a crack to it, so I'm not going to count that one. That one I'll try again. And that wasn't me. Here we go. 1, 2. Got one bad spot there, but I got it. You're doing okay. Clean up a little bit, and you have your fork to start doing some things on that. Just to start. What am I doing for this?
Mixing it. Mixing.
Well, that's the start number 1. Okay. Here's some milk. Add into that.
Add into the eggs.
Into the eggs, absolutely. And then I like to put a little bit of half and half. A little different than most on that one. This gives it a little bit thicker, which kind of seems good to me.
About how much of the half and half?
You know, whatever you feel like at that one. That's really only things you're doing yourself on that one. A little different than most people do it. Everybody's got their own ideas.
I definitely don't have half and half.
Yeah.
No.
No half and half for me.
Way.
Not
Irish
for
people
Patty.
don't do these kind of things. The Italians might.
The Irish don't.
Let's see, I could start with that with some salt, which is nice salt, crack it in, real ones.
About how many of those twists you got there?
I just keep going. I don't really have a number on these kind of things. I just think that I say, okay, that's enough. Until I gotta put some more on it again. You never know with these things.
You never have enough.
That was salt. Here comes a little pepper. Personally, we like these things to be a little bit spicy, but I'll be very easy to everybody. Because we do like a little pepper.
Little cat.
Red
We
pepper.
do like that here.
The red
We
pepper.
won't do that today.
Wait,
Yes?
usually we put that little sriracha in there.
Yeah, we can
Sometimes
use
a little
that.
sriracha.
Or the red pepper. We do like the red pepper too. Which might be on some of the small ones that we're going to do extra things. But we're doing this right now. Italian season is coming now, which gives you more of the Italian stuff to it. So I'm coming through this spot to make sure I can put this spot right. And that comes like this. So this will give you all kind of different spices of Italian at this point.
Okay.
So here we go. Kind of like a lot of it myself. And what do you consider this to be as I'm doing this?
Mixing.
Yeah, what is that?
Mixing.
all the ingredients together.
Mixing ingredients.
Trying to get the pieces to be a little part of each piece. Okay, so it seems right now we're doing okay at this point. So we could go and move on to the next one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to the next move now. Try and make these knives a little bit sharper to make sure that what you have to do a little cutting on these thighs, because the skin is a little bit too long in some of the spots. Because I had a little salt and pepper on these things at this point, but in order to this stuff to be breadcrumbs on it perfectly, you have to get this a little bit better. So let's start with this, getting a little bit sharper. That's the smaller one. And be careful at those things, can be a little sharp. And then I had the bigger one in the bigger spot to make sure, in case you have a little bit of a pain in the butt. I was back at work. I don't do this anymore. Alright, I believe we're in a decent spot at this particular thing, so now we're going to move on to see how much it needs to be cut on some of these thighs. So, I cut all of this stuff recently. Smells good. Love the smell. You have to be a little bit careful with all that stuff on your hands. So, this is the kitchen. So, just trying to keep organized. Shut it off, right?
Go.
Okay, so now on to these things for the thighs, which have a little bit more of the skins. So what you have to do in order to get the breadcrumbs to come on a little bit better for you is you have to get rid of some of the skin. And hopefully they cut easily, because sometimes they want their own things. But let's see how I can do here. The old days. See, you see how that is. You just don't want all of that. It's just no good for you. And that was a decent cut, decent sharp, which is kind of good. Technically, I can just throw it there for now. And I like to get all of that stuff to be a little better. Just kind of luck it better. Not too much skin. Will seem to be okay on guys, you know, you get a nice chicken to it. Because I do like to be a little crisper of it, but some people don't like it at all. But unfortunately, we still eat the things they don't like eating. Still good at it. See, like that one's a little tougher. Making sure it's kind of clean. See, my problem is now, where am I going to put these particular things at that point? Am I going?
Alright, go.
See, this one's a little tough, so maybe I have to come up with a totally different spot on that one. I don't like the way that looks. That. And let's see what I'm going to do with that one, like that. A little bit of that. And that skin is just a little bit too much. That'll be a little tough to cut that. Alright. I know you people don't want to see what's going on, even if they're good. I understand exactly about it. I was told to show them what you're doing. Alright. Alright, should have done great. Good.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just explaining to you, is like you had to go out and buy some of the stuff that I actually needed. Well, this is chicken breasts. So the other day, yesterday, I had to go and get this chicken breast, which I went down to Key Food to get it. It's on 4th Street in MUA, which I love anyway, but it's usually it's a good price usually on that one most of the time. It's always good to that spot. Which I did the other stuff. Sometimes I have this stuff from Costco is also here because I never know which ones I like better. But I love Costco myself. But this one technically is from Key Food. But the other things I'm going to do for you, I'll show you a little different spice, a little different thing about the chickens. I will show that actually are from Costco. So this is what you got to do. Just a couple of them. It's, you know, not a big deal, but taking this all here, dropping this in here, technically the logo right here, because I like to water down all of these things, make sure they're in good shape. So technically that is there, that is garbage. Starts, okay, so then I start out just putting, I like putting it on the coal. I imagine that was supposed to do, and I am good at it. I've always been this way on it.
What are you doing here? Just rinsing it? Washing
Yeah,
it?
just cleaning it off, making sure that it's right where it came from. I don't know, this is what they tell you to do, but that is what I've always done too. So you mentioned to me, I said, okay, I got the time. Alright, so that's pretty good on this one. I'll dry it off in a minute, but I have to do something else to do here to move over and kind of get this other spot going. Because I am going to have to cut something on that. It's not like this is horrible here. So alright, I'm going to dry this off a little bit, but I will technically show you, see that piece, if you can see it, that's so easy to see sometimes, but that piece there, some people love it in there, I don't like it. I am going to cut that whole piece off on each one of them, so you only come out of this piece of just the chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken
Breast.
chest, chicken
Breast.
breast, right. So that's what we're really going to. So I have 4 of those to put on to us. It's a little different ones, but that's what we're up to now. So sometimes it could be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but let's see how it happens. If you have a nice it's a little bit of work. No doubt about it. But
Greg, maybe you'll be a videographer.
so that is like that. So when you saw that piece on it, which is, I have no reason why people like to have that. Maybe they're selling it to you or things you can eat it. But me personally, I do not like it. I never did. So that is in that point, and it's there. I'm going to put it back here. And I'll do that one too. And this one's a little bigger. But it is a little, it's definitely a little tough. Right. Alright. That's decent. Not too much skin skin on it, which is kind of a little disappointing to me. Because we do too much butter, it would be so much better to my bread, to have my breadcrumbs on that. But I'm sure we'll be alright. That's 2. That's the 3rd one coming on. Alright. Let's see. Maybe I'll try that way. Right. Like the other way twice. Let's try it that way. Getting rid of all of that maca-high. Get that out of here. And not bad. So small, which is kind of better than the other one that's kind of bigger. We'll figure it out. That's a big one to cut. I think that's enough, right, Cut? I'm not 100% at all. I still have work to do. But what we've done now is what I have left to still have that I would totally just freeze. And I cut some of the other people to it. But now I have to clean around because I like to clean anything where I've done the work and freeze whatever I'm going to freeze. So to continue to do more work, I like it to be work to go again, but I like it to be organized. I don't like coming over to things that are so dirty or whatever. So I'd like to clean myself, technically right here. I'm just going to freeze my hands and stuff. Just to do this real quick. Alright. I know how they show you on, what channel is that? 664 by us?
Food Network.
Yeah. They do it for about a minute, a second. I'm not that easy. I do like being better dirty. Clean, I mean, not dirty. So, just did that. Alright. Just to give you an idea. And then, I'll be cleaning this piece up, freeze it. Unfortunately, which is on for the next one because I guess we had bought so much for you guys.
You're like no air in the bag, right?
Just want to make sure. I make sure there's no air at this point. It just does me a little better and a little bit pain in the butt. Alright, that's good, Greg.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to show you how I got ready to clean this up. This is really, it's a little work, but you know, that is what I like to do. Just really quick heat rate. I'll just show you. Put the big one every way. I know, how can you be in charge and still doing all of the work, right? That's the way the world is.
Gotta have an organized workplace.
I thought I had somebody else doing work for me. I don't get it. Alright, so that's it.
Go.
Okay, we're doing a little bit of work on something totally different from the other ones. Now we're using some other chicken, some of the chickens, but this is tenderloins, where it has no bone at all, but there is a spot to it, technically, of this piece, which some people just sell it that way, but me, I take it out of it, which is a little bit of pain in the butt, but it's much easier to eat it that way for sure. It's like 99% better, as opposed when it's there, you can actually taste it, and it's not really nice. So I try to get rid of them. I'm good on about 70%, 90%.
Cartilage. Cartilage.
Yeah.
Cartilage.
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 Tenderloin. No.
So,
Tenderloin.
yeah, doesn't matter.
Tenderloin. So you're cutting up, so you're making them sharp again, come back where you are to do the same things to them before. You're gonna put it back into the milk, half and half. Some of the Italian cedars,
Seasonings.
cinders, and a little bit of the spice. You have a nice taste. So, all right, I'm moving on. Let's see what happens.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Give me a break here, Greg. Let me see what I got.
Hurry into your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the
Let me try one.
2016 models. Let's
Can I
recap
show you
period
something?
Number 2, Cindy Crosby gets the only.
Are you on?
Okay, so we're coming back to do those things that we were talking about, chicken,
Cutlets.
yeah, chicken and legs,
Cutlets.
catch.
Cutlets.
Right. So we're doing totally a different way. Well, some people have done this way where you put them in boiling specks of it. So I'm
Boiling
lucky
oil.
that oil
Oil.
in the oil, right? And my wife Patty is here to give us a little bit of help because technically she's really good at these things. But we never used this thing really. But I figured the time would be better to do this tonight. So this is how you get it ready to go into these things to do this. So you did the same things with the sit in these kind of things so that you get clean, get some nice stuff on it. Then you have breadcrumbs on that, and then we put it on this spot and it gets hot on this, and so it goes a little bit quicker. It's a little easier to do, which we've never done it in a very long
Small
time.
pieces.
Yeah, and they're small, and they're tenders,
Chicken tenders.
chicken tenders. Alright, so we're going to start on this, and Patty will show you do a couple of them. Darlene, there's no bone on this one. And Casson, there's no bones.
Give it a little shake so it doesn't stick. You can only put a few pieces in at a time.
Sometimes you think it's going to be so much quick, but it really takes that extra hour regardless.
I know, but you don't have to pay as much attention to it.
No, you don't really.
So that's the beauty of
How many did you put in there?
it. I put 3 in. I'm wondering if I could put another, I don't know. I'll put a small one, like for a 4th. And then we'll give it a little shake
Right,
so
if
it
they always
doesn't
tell you
stick.
just go through 3 or 4, I always go to 5. That is me.
That is him. And here's,
That's
that's
me.
not, that's,
Yeah, for some reason that.
You know what,
messed
because
up
when you
the first
cut the cartilage out of it, it's weird. I'm gonna cover it. Okay.
And he'll tell you when it's ready, or...
No,
That'd
Alright.
be really good. Anybody would really like that one, I'll tell you, that's a 10.
To perfection. Dry out on paper towels, right?
That'd call you $6. And my Rangers are down by 1.
Go.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I've never met you all, but I just wanted to say I hope you all appreciate the hard work that Wayne has done for this to-do presentation. He's an awesome chef, but I did teach him everything he knows.
And without my help of Patty and Greg, it wouldn't be so easy. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Yep.
I'm back again, making some French fries for today at noon. It's now 10:15. I'm doing a little bit of work now. I just started them a little while ago, which I did the chickens already this morning. But a little busy to actually get that on TV. But this is how we did this. The same ways, put them in the other spots, put some salt and pepper, some oil, and now I'm cooking on these spots. See if they get nice and brown without getting burnt too much, which is going to be nice. This takes a little bit of time too, actually more than more than the chickens, for some reason because they're so hard. But as you keep your eye on it, see what can happen, and usually they've been a 10. Hopefully they're just as good for you. I have a bunch to do, but the let's see what happens. I have an hour, so I'm still working.